It's Sunday and the angry bees are back, so we gotta swat them for another week as the tiers had changed Friday night at reset. I'm on Healbrand and we're gonna give these guys what for. So of course they're running cloud formation. It's that alliance group we've discussed that everybody knows about, and of course their main strategy, which is a good one for them, is they capture SMC. So what happens is when they die, they can run back, and because they have a EWP at SMC, so it gives them at least a 50% reduction in run back time. Not to mention these guys typically run roam builds with mobility, so it's even faster. So that's why you're constantly just can't get rid of that swarm of bees. But the trick is usually get them to corral, put them in a choke, and you win. So here I noticed my buddy and my sub just got down, so I tried to locate where they are, and unfortunately I'm a couple seconds too late. Sorry, buddy. But the good news is I'm going to harass these guys and keep them busy till Big Brother shows up. Plus I got friends coming in and I want to not leave them holding the bag. So right now it was like 1v6 here. And my buddy came in to help. And unfortunately I couldn't help that guy out, but we're going to help this guy. And I'm going to circle around the house to get out of line of sight. Help me live a little bit longer because I can see on my mini-map Big Brother's on the way. Look at the tag and all the dots. And these guys, I got my buddy up there, but they ain't going to make it away. Have a nice dirt nap. Bye-bye. So from that time forth, I put a marker on my buddy's head because, see it, the orange marker, because they tend to get in trouble. They need a little bit of help. Although I'm not sure who's the worst influence of this pair, because later you're going to see two healers chase a whole group. So my other buddy down here, don't want to leave him hanging. Spoiler, I'm not going to get out of this alive, but I'm going to help him last at least a little bit longer. Look at those bees. But this is good practice, staying alive. If you can, the longer you can live in a situation like this, just makes you better at your craft. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I also knew an EWP, I saw that was pop, so I'm going to pop up, and I'm just going to cut to the next fight. Since they made it to the EWP. Here we go, we're forming up. We're going to push him through the portal here. And here we go. Look at all those bees. This is great as a healer. I can make these guys run. You'll see what I mean in a second. My buddy, see my buddy there with me? Alright, let's head it back. I'm going to turn again. Make sure they're able to make it. Look behind me. There they are. Fabulous. Everybody wins. Okay, here we go. And now, two healers are going to chase a group of dudes. Probably some ladies in there too. There's a whole group running from two healers. Come on, guys. These guys don't even like fair fights, fair odds. 2 versus 2 and we're healers. Although maybe the thing is kind of like those that played Guild Wars 1, you get into random arena and you're against 4 monks, you might as well just quit, which is most people do. But good job, my friend. We're going to head back to squad as we kind of squirreled a bit there, but it's fun. Gotta say, They're the only other person as crazy as I am to do that. I'm not sure who's the worst influence. Okay, here we go. They're back still. See, they just keep running back, like I'd mentioned. But this, I think this is one where we push them all the way to the camp. That was a close one. Trying to res my person. Thankfully I got other good supports around me, keeping me alive. Because you can see like all my skills are now on cooldown. Still doesn't stop me from going the front line like a fool. And then we're going to veer over towards the camp as they are all running. Got him. He hit my line of warding and make it to the camp. Okay. This was a really good fight, and you're going to see exactly... First of all, I'm going to save my person. Leaves no hero behind, LNHB. You can see exactly what I'm talking about with... the runbacks. SMC's right over there. Spoiler alert, this is a fight we're going to lose, but watch how long we last and how thick it gets. And then what's weird is we must have fresh runbacks at one point because we all get like one-shotted on the ramp. And I know some of these guys are running straight up raid builds from PvE, because that's what I would do. Okay, gates open. We gotta get in there. It's gonna give us a little bit of cover from these guys. Again, if we can push them through a choke, that's where we usually get them. But it comes to a point where they build up so many numbers, at that point it doesn't matter. They just rush right through. Because your skills only affect so many opponents at once. And they have their whole map queue right here at the gate. And anytime you kill someone, they come back. Kind of like a bad piece of luggage. You can never get rid of it. Just keeps turning up. Or maybe that odd family member. Nobody invites them, but they keep turning up. I'm not sure which is worse. We did get a lot of bags, so that was kind of nice. Okay, sorry I can't res you. I tried though, bro. I tried. When it's that thick, especially as a healer, it's death to just stop. There I go, cannonball. Gotta keep up with the boss. Of course, you know how much I love those flying squirrel moments. That would be a pretty good guild name if it's not already taken, the Flying Squirrels. Too bad I just made mine meek, but I like that better. But Flying Squirrels would be a good second choice. Speaking of meek, if you're watching this, you're not in the Alliance looking for a World vs. World guild, message me in game at David Salmus or send me mail. You can also check out my recruiting video on this channel if you're interested, or even in the PvE stuff. I'm kind of trying to do a little bit of everything. Yeah, see, there I am whining that they only have to run from SMC. But you can see this just, it's constant pressure, and eventually they just wear you down. That's okay, as annoying as it is, again, it is a viable tactic. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Also doesn't mean I couldn't do the same thing. But I really don't like the idea of being anchored to SMC. Plus, we don't really have a 24/7 map queue on all of our Borderlands, so we'll do the best we can and still have fun. Okay, we tried for one last push and watch us all get one-shotted here. Oh, watch the health. So I come back down right about here. Okay, I was off by about a minute or so. But you'll see it. You'll know it when you see it. There it is. Boom. Fresh bomb. Got all of us at the same time. Well played on their part. But that was a good long fight. Nice job, you guys. Okay, these guys been at our keep. They have a treb on the plateau. Just keep opening this wall, throwing cows and such. So we're trying to bait them into coming in. Got a lot of them with the reflect. I'm going to go out and peek. Maybe harass them a bit. Get my fanny back to boss. Stay on squad. They got some pulls. Thankfully I still have some Condi cleanse and stability. Okay, so you see we got two openings. This actually worked to our benefit because these guys don't like to be pushed through a choke, but you kind of drawing them in. Just another avenue for us to do that. And for us to boil out like an unwatched pot, should we so choose. Oh, got somebody down. You know how I feel about that. Res them when I can. Maybe I should just run the LNHB title. I think maybe I will. Alright, we're going to run them out here. This is where I do something foolish. Willbender takes off. There's another tune here. I didn't realize it was an ice golem. Eventually I do, I'm like, oh, silly me. Alright, I'm gonna go out and peekaboo. You got this thief causing some mischief. I'm the only thief around these parts. He's still causing mischief. And he takes off. I'll come back through, join my squad. Got a scrapper being scrappy. He didn't make it. Try to get back to his group. We weren't going to allow that to happen. Okay, we're going to push out from underneath the supply hut. Here we go. And we're going to knock these guys right off the ledge here. There they go. They're bailing out. Even watching their colors swarm reminds me of bees. Very angry. Alright, then coming up in about 15 seconds is our last clip of this video where it looks like it's a stalemate and suddenly we just secure a bunch of downs. We'll throw them all the way off the runway. Alright, check this clip out coming up. They're just around the corner to the left. We're going to push out. Gonna hammer these guys. So yeah, when you get these guys all choked up, it's a bit easier, but still, because again, they're roaming builds, they're made for mobility and pulling pieces off. And if you can get them in a consolidated space and condense down, you have a better opportunity of getting that win. So we're going to draw them back in. They already lost some of their folks. They're going to push back upon us, and this is where it gets pretty intense. They're going for our shield gen, and I think that was their mistake. They focused all of their bombs and damage on the shield gen to take it down, and then we were able to just grab them while their stuff was on cooldown and watch a whole, you can see a whole bunch here in a minute, right after the shield gen breaks, just start to drop. Got some coming down already. And there we go, here it starts, chain reaction, look at them all go. Boom, there they are. Some of their key supports, if they had any, must have fallen because I just got like 15-20 bags out of that or something. Alright, again, we're just going to push them out of the edge of the keep, but of course they'll be back. So this was a fun day despite dealing with this kind of a headache. Got us a lot of bags, a lot of practice, a lot of fun. You also got to see me and my buddy charge as 2 healers into a Zerg. We are just crazy, but that's the fun part of it too. Thank you for watching. Hope this was entertaining, and I hope you all have a most excellent day.